Sorry. Third time's a charm.
Come on. All right, do it.
What's up, y'all? I'm Omar Keith.
I'm Taz Arnold.
Shafiq Hussein.
And we are Sarah. And you're watching Distortion to Static. Sarah Creative Partners is the future of music, one of the hottest upcoming production entities / superstar groups around right now. You may know us from our production work with Pharaoh Monch on Agent Orange. Kind of hit hard in the hip hop community. Also, we're working with the biggest acts in the game right now, from Dr. Dre to Jill Scott to Erykah Badu.
You might have heard the Nerd remix.
The Nerd remix. Yeah, I mean, we got. Tell me what else is going on.
J5.
Yeah, J5. Hey, that was a big song in the Bay. A lot of people like that up here.
Killer Mike.
Basically, we're here to we're here to kind of change music, and I mean, I'll just leave it. I'm gonna just say we're here to change music on the production side, on the artist side, on the business side. Very important on the business side.
Pretty much the same thing you just said. We're here to bring something new to the urban scene as well as the music scene in general. As a whole, something cutting edge. Pretty much, picking up from where some of our ancestors left off. We draw heavily from like past music and bringing that essence to the youth, to the masses. I feel like some of that stuff is missing on today's market. Live instrumentation, clever writing, and things of that nature. It exists, but we're looking to just push that to the forefront. In our version of that.
Just basically add on to that same thing. Picking up, using a lot of some of the old energy. We have to look at a lot of the old album cuts. You would have maybe 10 sides, but you probably had maybe 6-7 joints on that album that you really like. So Sarah's gonna bring it back to that. It's not gonna be just one super big video, one single, and then an album just complete.
It's gonna be potent. It's all about the potent blend of old and new. That's what people really are digging about us, is that we're able to have this stronghold in the underground community, working with J5, working with Pharaoh, working with Guapole, working with artists that may or may not.
Guapole from the Bay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, big shout out to Guapole.
Big shout out to Guapole.
We just did a show last night here in San Francisco. Like shout out everybody who came out to support us.
ABB Records, Big B Records.
Okay.
It's all good.
How'd y'all meet, first of all? Y'all from two different sides of the country, so let's talk about how y'all met real quick.
We've been knowing each other, I've been knowing Shafiq for maybe 13 to 15 years. I met him when I was early in high school. Seeing him around, he's from the Bronx. He was going back and forth from New York to LA, doing production work for Ice-T, Donald D, Lord Finesse, different people. And we actually met through a spiritual discipline that we were both involved with at the time. So we were brothers in that sense before we were ever doing music. Same with Omar, they were working together. You guys.
Yeah, Omar and I met working on the Raw Breed project through Rabbit Smooth, but we actually Killer Instinct and Blood, Sweat, and Tears. We used to have a studio in Harlem together.
Yeah.
And we got together, started putting that stuff together, worked on the Dr. Dre album, and what was that, the King T project.
Yeah, and then I would be going back and forth between New York and LA, trying to do my thing as a little 17-year-old kid. And then one day, Shafiq, he's like, "Yo, we going to see Taz." And so that was a new person I had never met. And I know anybody that Shafiq would bring me to, was on Point Music.
This was like 8 years ago.
Yeah, I mean this is
7 years,
7, 8 years ago, and that's when me and Taz met, and so cumulatively you see cats been knowing each other for almost 20 years, right?
But
almost 20, 15.
The actual how actually Saw Ra started was Taz and myself had a conversation on the couch. And we were just talking about, a lot of stuff musically was just real lame,
Right.
It wasn't pushing any, creative boundaries, it was just real, just mundane, so,
Okay.
we were like, damn, but we need, so we need this one particular aspect that we were missing, because, we kind of like wild in our thoughts, outside of the box, according to, so.
And you got to,
Then came Mr. Keith.
Yeah, we had to,
Call me up.
we had some things going on creatively, a foundation, but it's like.
Plus, me and Shafiq had it going on and making paper for years, point blank.
So we gotta get Omar out here. He was living in New York at the time.
That's only the only thing that made sense to make this happen.
Yeah. Before that, Sarah was a conscious effort and decision to make something new and creative. We were all well off into our careers. Omar had did stuff with Tony Draper, 8-Ball,
Jam Master Jay.
I was a main consultant for the Dr. Dre 2001 album. I had a distribution deal through Aftermath with my old company, Big Yacht Entertainment, and my artist was Hitman, the main feature on that album. And so I was coming off of that. Shafiq was coming off of, doing stuff for Jurassic 5, other people, so we were already working and, and being involved in some pretty substantial projects.
Cats already had flags on the wall.
But it was like, that we, Cats wanted to take the music to a higher level, you know what I mean? We weren't really satisfied with what we were dealing with, so we just got together and started talking about doing things, our version of what a hit record is, what we consider to be really cutting edge and creative, our version, our background. So that's when we just got together. We're gonna make a super group,
Form a creative partnership.
Right, a creative partnership.
Sarah creative partnership.
And so forth and so on. And that's when we got together and we really started pushing the production forward. And then we started getting our songs together.
But tell them how. See, the ill thing is why the songs. Really, the group and the songs really spawned out of this production thing was because we were selling our beats, and all you got to do is listen to our stuff to know it's not the most conventional music out there. We're out the box. We think left. Cats is crazy. So we would be singing on these songs just for our own enjoyment, and then they would leak out and cats would hear them, and we would get calls like. Member number so and so. Yo, I want that with y'all on it, and we'd be like, with us, you ain't gonna sing it out. They'd be like, nah, y'all, we need Sal Ra on it. So it's like the light bulb went off. Obviously, we always wanted to record as a group. We all was artists. Taz was rapping, singing. Shafiq was been rapping, singing. I've been rapping, singing. But it was like, if we're gonna be appearing on all these songs with these great artists, let's do this group too. And that's when it really got serious. Is really when the Pharaoh joint jumped off, and of course that's Sarah singing on that with Pharaoh. When you listen to that Agent Orange joint, and it was like, okay, we really gonna be full steam ahead, and that was like the beginning of having records out with the Sarah Creative Partners brand logo as like this new entity out. So that's kind of how it went down, just so you know.
Cool.
Rest in peace, Jam Master Jay.
One thing I want to ask you guys about is fashion. Y'all got your individual styles. You guys don't have the typical hip hop uniform with the throwback and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So why don't you guys talk about how your fashion is influences your music or vice versa?
I think basically our music is a lifestyle driven music. Mm-hmm. Fashion, what you eat, how you treat people, books you read, how you spend your day. It's all one for us, you know what I mean? So our music is a reflection of our sense of style, and, not only with clothes, but habits across the board. But speaking in particularly on the fashion tip, cats were like, ghetto icons, in regards to fashion and LA and New York or what have you. You know, we share an affinity for finer things, you know, blah, blah, blah. Me and Omos were part of this polo movement, you know, like, I don't know if you're familiar with that, but it was a thing going on from like the late 80s to like the mid 90s, like this whole polo phenomenon. And, you know, I was one of the main cats on the whole, like the West Coast, known for that. You know, wearing Benetton, you know, this is a jacket from 1990.
Right. The classic,
when, you know, you sound like, you know, all this stuff, which is just an expression, you know, basically saying that, you know, somebody black can take all these different things, or somebody of color or what have you, who doesn't necessarily have the money, you know, and who's not really made for it necessarily. You can take this and it create somewhat of a collage, you know. It's just like mixed with ghetto stuff, mixed with high-end fashion, mixed with music, mixed with being conscious. You know, Sarah, you know, that's a Kemetic name. It spawns from like ancient Africa, you know, Kemet, which is some people presently know of Egypt, you know what I mean? And everybody's heard the term Ra before, as in, you know, the sun god, or, you know, however you might interpret that. But what it means, Sa-Ra means, is it translates to be offspring of the most powerful energy in the universe, reflection of the ultimate form of creation, the child of the cosmos. You know, and, so we draw heavily from that energy. You know, we're big history buffs. You know, we pride ourselves on studying different cultures and what have you. But that being the cradle of civilization in the golden era of civilization, we really put a focus on that particular time period.
Okay, cool.
I hope that clarifies. No, I'm just saying, it's very important that, you know, people know what the name is all about.
Right.
It's about a level of consciousness that is really not spoken on or talked about right now. And we're bringing that, but it's not, you know, for us, it's not so blatant. You know, we ain't got to preach to nobody. It's like, you look at us, you might inquire, but we ain't got to preach.
Like you said, it's lifestyle driven. You don't go, you know, day to day, you know, you're not broadcasting, hey, I'm going in the store, I'm doing this. Hey, I just took my kids to school. Hey, you know, it's just what it is. You know?
Yeah,
it's
flow. And it's like, another thing is, you know, the way we view ourselves and view other people, everybody's in control or in regards to manifesting one's destiny and one's full potential. So how we view ourselves is we view ourselves as masters, and as master students and master teachers and master builders. So a master deserves the best. So when it comes to clothes, if you know you need clothes to put on your back, it's like, you know, we want, you know, the finest tailored fits or what have you, or whatever, you know, and like to play with that. You know, you might have something from the army surplus for $1. You take that and mix it with a nice belt that might be considered expensive, you know, and then you might have on a swatch. A swatch should cost $10, you know what I mean? But then you might have on a you know,
have a Rolex.
Might have a stainless steel Rolex. I mean, it's just whatever. It's nothing necessarily more important or better than the next, but it's all a color. Like, it's a palette. When you go to paint your picture, you want those colors there available so you can, you know, be elaborate. You know what I mean? And that's the same way we vision the whole style of fashion.
And us being creatives and being musicians, us being creatives first and foremost, I mean, it's only apparent that we would take attention to detail and want to paint ourselves, you know, with a proverbial palette, as Taz put it. So music, style, lifestyle, consciousness. Sa-Ra is about the best of the best. And always know, artists out there, you know, when you come with it, when you work with us, you're dealing with quality, and you know, we just like to view ourselves as some top-notch, top-level officials, so to speak, that are really all about just bringing the best of the best. You know, whatever we do throughout life.
Really quick, can you name some songs that you guys have actually produced? Like some songs that people might be like, oh wow, they did that. Like, you know, like not be up
Agent
on.
Orange is the classic.
Okay, Agent Orange is.
You guys know Agent Orange.
We did 12.
12 on J5 Contribution. It's your first J5 album. Hey,
Collectively.
It's just anything.
A lot of the stuff.
Prince, Read Off Remix. You know, it's been like a lot of different things throughout the past, but right now, at Sa-Ra, it's a newer collective, and the majority of our material that we produce is coming out.
I mean, don't get it twisted. Cash used to produce with for Dr. Dre, The Chronic. I mean, I used to work with 50 Cent very early, like all of 50's old material, like in the studio every day. Cash have been like in this game all for well over 10 years making records. So this is like, as a collective, Sa-Ra right now, it's been a very gradual buildup of the artists we're working with. Like I told you earlier, we're working with
Common, Bilal, Erykah Badu.
This stuff is in the pipeline.
Jill Scott, Jennifer Lopez. You know, the range is pretty wide from the dirt hip hop to some of the higher end, more popular artists, so to speak.
Well, when those records drop, you'll say you will.
Yeah, it's all in the pipeline.
Remember this conversation.
Right.
I just got Killer Mike just called, by the way.
Did he?
Yeah.
Didn't Kanye call earlier too?
Oh yeah, we gotta let you guys know something. Kanye West is courting our group, you know, us as a group, not as producers. And we're in heavy negotiations right now. It's been going on for maybe about 3 weeks to a month. And we're at the pretty much at the final stages of that.
Okay.
And so you probably will be seeing Sa-Ra release records on Sony Records through Kanye's new label.
Okay.
So this is something that's like we're pretty excited about. You know, a pretty big platform for this next level, different music to be seen and be heard by the masses and by our people. You know what I mean? Put a focus on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's
You said remember this conversation.
But for right now, be on the lookout for Glorious Rosebuds 12-inch, ultra exclusive, ultra premium 12-inch. Sa-Ra's gonna hand sign and number the first 3,000 of this limited edition 12-inch.
pink vinyl and a
Pink
whole
vinyl. It's
nine.
gonna be freaky on SRCP ABB. For those of y'all who know about ABB in the Bay Area. Secondly, November 9th, look out for November 9th, the release of Double Dutch, Cocoa Pop / Death of a Star Supernova on Ubiquity Records. That's dropping November 9th.
Very special.
Ubiquity SRCP joint venture. Coming from the business, everything Sa-Ra does is it's quality. We're about breaking bread. We're about joint ventures. So you just know any business dealings that we're doing, Sa-Ra's own your masters, keep holding your publishing, and
Entrepreneur.
you know, be an entrepreneur. That's what you got to. You just got to stand your grind as an entrepreneur, and that's what kind of sets. That's what take control of your life. That's what sets Sa-Ra apart from a lot of these other producers out here. Is because these cats, we're entrepreneurs. We sit down and ponder on how we're gonna take over. You know, so you know a lot of cats don't bring that to the table, and that just is.
We feel like out of like there's a lot of unsung heroes that exist in this hip hop, you know, game. And like a lot, we're children of the beat era, the jazz era. He grew up playing jazz and grew up as a hip hop kid. But you know, also, you know, we all like Tribe. You know, okay. We like, you know, we grew up listening to Tribe, Pete Rock, and then the people who came before that. You know, but we feel like out of that school that is really heavily creative, we want to move forward and create a bigger movement for this really creative music. You know what I mean? Like, and not only in regards to the output of the music, but also as a platform for other artists to come as a business entity, you know what I mean, to move forward as a unit and to encompass up-and-coming talent, you know, put that out there properly. And I think this would be the first time when we actually move forward and we manifest it that someone out of that school has actually created like a Motown movement or like a Bad Boy or, you know, just a bigger situation. That's what we're really shooting for, to have this creative thing pushed to the forefront on a very large scale. You know what I mean? That is one of our main objectives on the business side of things. You know what I mean?
Creatively, we doing the stuff that you would only do show yourself in the mirror. You know what I mean?
Right.
You probably see whatever's in your mind, but you don't have the balls or or the gall to do it. Pretty much Sarah, we manifest that on stage. Actualize that. That's a particular. It takes a lot to get up on stage and just perform one period in front of people, but then to go into actual particular characters and modes and project that to the crowd. That's a whole other science. It takes a different type of individual, and basically think within self.
Yeah, that's something that we're honing in on right now and really paying close attention to, to make that more powerful with our stage show and our presence.
If you want to step, all your artists, if you want to step to South Rock, have your paper ready. Have your checks ready. Have your front ends ready. That's how we doing it. Tell your mama. And handle. We on our BI. Okay, so that's a very important thing. There may be some younger viewers out there. You may want to be producers. You may aspire to this type of thing that we're doing. Handle your BI. Go to school if you can. Learn. Get a mentor. All of us have had mentors throughout our career, people that have taken us under the wing and just even let us be in the same room with magic. So, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just going to add on at the end of the day, do you. You don't have to follow somebody else to try to get on, but, stay in your lane.
Have your paper ready.
Don't be scared of Star Rock.
Don't be.
It's really a creative thing, but at the end of the day, we make a living into it. So, this is a natural progression. Don't be scared of Star Rock. You can call us.
You can call us out.